taas kerran tänne Rapakanalin varrelle. Me ollaan saatu ykkönen käyntiin myöskin Jaron osalta viime sunnuntaina. Ja siellä Jarolle tuli ensimmäisessä pelissä tappio, niin FF vastaan 3-1. Sitä peliä käydään tässä hetken päästä vähän läpi. Ja sitten meillä on tuossa tuonnempana Jaron hyökkääjä Macauley Chrisantus haastattelussa. Mutta ennen kuin päästään tuonne Crisantusin haastatteluun, niin meillä on täällä meidän studiossa Olli Nevala, tervetuloa.
Kiitos.
Ja sitten etänä Jaakko Kuusisto, tervetuloa.
Joo, terveisiä täältä isien maailmasta.
No niin, mukava kun pääsit tulemaan. Tosissaan ennen kuin mennään tuohon haastatteluun, niin Jaro aloitti siellä Tammisaaressa tappiolla 3-1, niin miten te näitte peli? Minkälaisia fiiliksiä Ollilla vaikka on?
No kyllähän harmitti pelin jälkeen sunnuntai-iltana harmitti aika rajustikin ja just varsinkin miten se peli kehittyy, että ei vastustajakaan miten hirveän hyvä ollut, että kyllähän me autettiin heitä aika lailla siinä pelissä. Ei välttämättä Jaroltakaan huippupeli, mutta oli sitä melkein pitänyt tasuri saada mukaan.
Mites Jaska?
No joo, aika lailla samanlaisia mielipiteitä muutamilla nyanssieroilla, että kyllähän se peli oli huono. Se oli huono taas sitten jalkapalloa ihan molemmilta joukkueilta. Ja mä kyllä pidän edelleen kiinni siitä, että mun mielestä EIF ei ole semmoinen joukkue, että ne taistelee liiganoususta. Se ratkesi muutamiin pieniin yksityiskohtiin tai henkilökohtaisiin virheisiin. Ehkä me saatiin sen verran sisäpiiritietoa, että me Jimmyn kanssa juteltiin pitkään siinä kun me tehtiin viime viikolla haastattelua, niin sen jälkeen kun mikit laitettu kiinni, niin Jimmy kertoi aika tarkkaan sen, että mitä juttuja tullaan tekemään ja mitä juttuja tullaan hakemaan Tammisaaresta. Niin sitä pelikin seurasi vähän sitten niin kuin eri silmällä, kun tiesi mitä siinä haetaan. Ja se 2-1 johtomaali, niin sehän oli kaikki se, mitä yritettiin estää. Niin se jäi vähän sitten kaiveleen kyllä erityisesti se 2-1 maali siinä mielessä, että se oli niin taktisesti tehty, huonosti pelattu se tilanne. Mutta ei siinä niinku auta muuta kuin eespäin. Tasapeli olisi ollut ehkä pelitilanteisiin nähden oikeutettu tulos, mutta ei siitäkin vähemmän virheitä kuin Jaro.
Joo, en mä sitä tarkoittanut, että se ei mitenkään epäoikeutettu ollut, mutta jäi harmittamaan.
Joo, kyllä mä oon selvästi samaa peliä katsonut kuin tekin, että oli virheitä ja tosiaan se toinen maali oli vähän semmoinen, että en tiedä nukuinko itse vai onko se vaan siitä, että ei näe ihan niin tai isoa osaa kentästä, että oli vähän vaikea sanoa, että miten se pitkä syöttö niin kuin avasi niin paljon tilaa, että jäin sitä vähän miettimään, että mitä siinä tapahtui, mutta ne on aina noita yksittäisiä tilanteita ja kyllähän sitten samaan aikaan oli nähtävissä se että Jaro ei paljon maalipaikkoja luo, siis niin kuin pelillisesti tai siis niin kuin ilman erikoistilanteita, niin ei oikeastaan tainnut juuri yhtään maalintekopaikkaa olla, sellaista oikein hyvää maalintekopaikkaa. Muutama hyvä hyökkäys, koska edelleenkin mä niin kuin tällä täysin niin kuin maallikkotasolla, mitä itse peliä analysoi, niin mielestäni näen niitä asioita, mitä Jimmy ja Pavle haluaa siinä hyökkäyspelissä tehdä, ja niitä tapahtuu kyllä, mutta syystä tai toisesta niin se ei ihan loppuun asti vielä, ainakaan nyt ensimmäisessä sarjapelissä mennyt, eikä noissa harjoituspeleissäkään.
Joo, ei.
Että onko se sitten ajoituksia vai onko niin, että pelaat tekee vääriä ratkaisuja tai epäonnistuu niissä ratkaisuissa, niin sehän on vaikea sanoa, mutta vähän semmoinen viimeinen silaus siitä hyökkäämisestä puuttuu.
Kyllä.
Nyt kun me tehdään tätä haastattelua, niin varmaan tai tätä studio-osuutta, niin varmaan on hyvä tuoda se asia ilmi, että me tehdään tätä ennen tätä klubin 04 matsia, että me ei tiedetä mitä huomenna, koska tämä tehdään nyt keskiviikkona poikkeuksellisista syistä, niin me ei tiedetä mitä se klubin pelissä tapahtuu. Mutta kyllähän se niin kuin Että ne tilanteita pystyttiin luomaan, niin kuin Antti sanoi, erikoistilanteesta ja laitojen kautta keskeltä ei tultu juuri ollenkaan. Ja mun mielestä se ei, niin kuin, siinä ei ollut semmoista niin kuin pelaamisen rytmiä siinä touhussa.
Joo.
Ja sitten on se mistä voidaan seuraavaksi keskustella, niin on se, että kuka tuossa joukkueessa tekee maalit.
Joo.
Se on mun mielestä tavallaan kiteytyy just tuohon, mistä sanoit, että siitä keskeltä Jaro ei tällä hetkellä ole millään tavalla vaarallinen, niin mä voisin kuvitella, että vastustajille on niin kauan kuin Jaro pystyy hyökkäämään tolla tasolla, niin on aika helppo puolustaa, koska sä melkein tiedät, että ne on laidat, mistä tullaan. Ja sitten loppujen lopuksi, vaikka laidoilla on hyviä pelaajia, niin välttämättä boksissa ei ole kukaan ollut Jaron pelaajista vielä kauhean vaarallinen. Niin että ne saattaa olla joskus aika näennäisen vaarallisia ne laidalta tulleetkin hyökkäykset, niin siinä on kyllä pohdittavaa.
Joo. Yksi asia, mikä tästä tulee mieleen, jos asiasta toiseen, niin kaikki nyt tietää, mitä sunnuntain pelissä tapahtui niin siinä maalivahtiosastolla, ettei siitä sen enempää, mutta jos katsotaan tulevaa, niin aika mielenkiintoinen on muuten tämä maalivahtikysymys huomiselle, että kumpi maalivahti pelaa. Se on ihan mielenkiintoista nähdä, mihin ratkaisuun Jimmy päätyy, koska ei ole nimittäin helppo paikka.
Ei siis millään tavalla. Siitä pelin jälkeen tuli sitä mietittyäkin, että tavallaan siis äärimmäisen vaikea päätös, mutta kysymys on loppuviimeen aika helppo. Siis kysymys on aika paljon siitä, että lasketaanko niin, että Olsen on ykkösmaalivahti, jolloin sen kuuluukin saada yhden ison virheen jälkeen vähän pelejä alle, että pelituntuma paranee, vai onko todella niin, että siinä on todella semmoinen avoin kilpailutilanne, jolloin on iso mahdollisuus siihen, että Topi on maalissa sitten huomenna.
Kyllä.
Joo. Bussin alle vaan mun mielestä. Että kyllä mä sä tulet ekaan peliin, niin sä et vaan tommosia maaleja ei vaan tolla tasolla tai tuollakaan tasolla, niin tommosia maaleja ei päästetä pisteen. Että tästä on mennyt jo muutama päivä siitä pelistä, mä en vieläkään mä en olisi sulattanut sitä, että voin olla lepsisesti päästä tuommoisessa tilanteessa maalin ja millä tavalla se tehtiin, että on kyllä siinä Jimmillä mietittävää, mutta tietysti se, että jos nyt laittaa Olsen istumaan penkille, niin luultavasti se tarkoittaa niin kuin itseluottamuksen kannalta jotain vielä huonompaa, että ehkä se olisi niin kuin valmennukselta sitten semmoinen selkeä signaali luottamuksen osoitus, jos Olsen pelaa, mutta tuommoisia maaleja hän ei saa kyllä enää päästä, että
Joo, se on ihan selvä. Ei olisi saanut päästä tuota, eikä tosissaan kärsi helppoa maaleja. Tietysti tietty hyvä merkki oli se, että on kuitenkin pystyi pari palloa ihan hyvin poimimaan ja sillä tavalla, että keräsi itteensä kuitenkin siinä ja sillä lailla itse ehkä olisin tässä vaiheessa taipuvainen siihen, että katsoisi, että kun todennäköisesti hän nyt ei ole vaikka tänä vuonna ihan hirveästi pelannut, niin se, että miltä se pelaaminen näyttää siinä vaiheessa, kun on saanut muutaman sarjapelin alle, mutta tosissaan vaikea päätös se tulee olemaan.
Kyllä mä antaisin pelata vielä ton pelin ja sitten jos pelaa hyvin, niin seuraavakin peli. Mutta sanotaanko näin, että näihin seuraaviin 4 peliin, niin kuin hän käytti nyt sen mahdollisuuden tai sen kortin, että päästä yksi helppo. Niin se on nyt käytetty, että sen pitää ruveta ottaa kiinni.
Joo, se on totta ilman muuta. Että...
Ja vielä sen verran lisää, että ei se vastaan tullut siinä 3 maalissa, niin ei sekään nyt mitään ihan niin kuin top class luokkaa ollut. Että tietysti siinä oli monta muutakin juttua, mutta sekä tilanne ei, niin kuin, se kierti vähän toivomisen varaa ehkä.
No joo, ilman muuta, ja sitten se olisi pahalla onnellaan, niin se olisi niitannut sen kaverin siihen ja punaisella ulos.
Kyllä.
Ei sekään olisi välttämättä ollut niin kuin hyvä juttu.
Näin se on. Mutta miten jos mietitään vielä tuota maalintekoa, mitä Jaska tuossa nostit jo esiin, niin onko sulla meille vastausta, että kuka tuossa joukkossa tekee maalit?
Vastustaja. kuin missä hän pelasi mun mielestä niin kuin hänen vahvuuksiin nähden liian alhaalla ja joutui liikaa hakemaan palloa sitä keskeltä. Mä en tiedä, onko se niin kuin Aallolle semmoinen sopiva paikka, koska hän jäi sitten niin kuin, vähän vaisuksi siinä. Sitten tuossa jos pelataan kahdella kärjellä, niin Jim Myrvik on hyvä pelaaja niin kuin sille paikalle ja hän tekee väkisinkin, ei yhtään maaleja jalallaan päällä, mutta selällä ja poskella ja vatsalla, lihaksilla ja kaikilla muilla, niin niillähän kyllä niitä maaleja tekee. Niin laittaa sitten vaikka Jimiä vähän ylemmäs. Sitten on tietysti se Haglund, joka otti penkillä, tuli piirtästi sisään. Mun mielestä yksi hyvä vaihtoehto, koska hän on kuitenkin tässä talven aikana jonkun maalin tehnyt, että on siellä niinku vielä vaihtoehtoja, mutta jos tämä kaksikko, joka nyt oli tänään, tai nyt oli Tammisaaressa penkillä, niin kentällä, niin onhan se vähän, niin kuin sanotaan, että jätti kyllä tosi vaan sukua.
Kyllä. En väitä vastaan.
Joo, noista pelaajista mun mielestä Haglund on ollut aika selkeästi vaarallisin, mitä tulee maalin tekemiseen koko tässä talven aikana.
On.
Ei pelkästään että se on tehnyt eniten maaleja, vaan muutenkin se aiheuttaa eniten mun mielestä vaaraa vastustajalle.
Joo.
Ja sitten on se, että miten tuo talven aikana hyvin pelaa Albi Björkskog, että jos tässä nyt oikeasti ruvetaan niin miettimään, että ketkä niitä maaleja tekee, niin Haglund ja Björkskog on onnistunut talven aikana ja muut oikeastaan ei.
Se on ihan totta.
Se on ihan totta.
Mutta helppoja ratkaisuja ei ole. Se on ihan selvä.
Joo, ja onhan se ollut selvää pitkän aikaa, että Jaro ei semmoista maali-ilottelua tuu esittämään, mitä viime vuonna nähtiin, että se on päivänselvä asia. Mutta edelleenkin, mun mielestä, jos ajatellaan, että vaikka meni 3 omiin, niin tuntuu vähän tyhmältä sanoa, että siitä huolimatta se joukkueen puolustaminen oli aika tiivistä, että ei todennäköisesti kauhean usein mene 3 omiin.
Joo.
Sikäli kun ei tule tuommoisia virheitä, mutta siis mä luulen, että se varmaan tasautuu, niin silloin se yhdenkin maalin tekeminen niin voi olla aika arvokasta, mutta ei siellä nyt varmaan tule mitään 5-1 voittoja kyllä koko kauden aikana näkymään.
Ei. Yksi henkilökohtainen virhe ja toinen sitten lopun, niin kun yritettiin hyökätä, niin se oli. Ja sitten jos näitä muita pelaajia katsoo, niin Yskata oli kyllä niin kohtuu pahasti vielä talviterässä tuossa pelissä, että kauhean määrä harhasyöppöjä, minkä mulla iski siinä silmään.
Joo.
Et siellä kyllä Patun pitää kyllä parantaa sitä jatkossa, että tuommoista ei voi, tuommoista syöttötyöskentelyä ja pallon menetyksiä, niin niitä ei kyllä jatkossa enää voi tehdä.
Joo, sitä mä itse asiassa miettinyt, että paljonko Patu kärsii siitä, että se on laitatoppareista vasemmalla puolella, että se ei pysty niin paljon oikeata jalkaa käyttämään.
Niin. Ja positiivisiakin juttuja oli kuitenkin pelissä, että ei se nyt ole pelkästään niin negatiivista. Että ei tässä pensaa se voi laittaa.
Joo, mä oon ihan samaa mieltä, että edelleenkin se oli tasainen peli, jossa maalipaikat tuli aika lailla tasan ja se olisi voinut päättyä toisella tavalla. Ja sitten jos hakee vaikkapa nyt vaihdoista, niin kuin sanot, mun mielestä Haglund tuli hyvin sisään ja Reed oli ihan kohtuu pirteä, muutaman nousun teki siellä ja sillä että siellä oli ihan hyviä merkkejä kyllä.
Joo.
Vaihdot oli onnistuneita, ne kaikki jotka tuli vaihdosta sisään, niin esitti jotain positiivista. Reed oli mun mielestä ihan hyvä sisään tuo häneltäkin ja sitten ehdottomasti toppari 2 tai kaksi topparia Kulbis ja ennen kaikkea sitten Brunel, niin Jukki pelasi tosi hyvän pelin.
Kyllä.
Ja Kulbis on positiivinen yllätys.
Joo, mulla se ei ehkä ollut enää niin yllätys. Mä oon kyllä tykästynyt hänen tuossa talven aikana. Että
kyllä,
hän on semmoinen sopiva...
Yllätys oli näissä.
Joo, hän on semmoinen sopivan erilainen Jaro-puolustaja, että niin kuin Jimmy jossakin haastattelussa kuvasi, että no itse asiassa meillekin silloin sanoi, että on vähän semmoinen Giinev-mäinen puolustaja, että semmoinen sopivan ilkeä, semmoinen varmaan inhottava pelata sitä vastaan, että mä tykkään kyllä hänestä.
Kyllä. Mutta paljon kysymysmerkkejä ja tosi tiukkahan tämä ohjelma on niin kuin Jaron osalta niin jatkossa, että kyllä siinä pitää niin kuin jotain lääkkeitä ruveta löytyy. Että
kyllä.
Ja semmoinen hyvä siihen tekemiseen.
Se on justiin näin. Siinä tulee kuitenkin tuon torstain pelin jälkeen tulee TPS ja VPS ja ei se millään tavalla helpota tuo homma. Mitä sanoit?
KPV vielä
niin,
perään.
Joo, kyllä. Totta, perään tulee.
Joo, että kyllä se sitäkin jatko-ohjelmaakin silmällä pitänyt olisi tosi tärkeää voittaa huomenna sitten. Että, mutta eihän se mikään automaatio ole, että 3 pistettä tulee. Että vaikka nyt varmaan aina kususikkina huomisen pelin lähdetäänkin, mutta...
Joo, mutta katsoin silloin se klubi KPV-peli ja kyllä klubi 04 niin oli siinä pelissä parempi, että siinähän KPV teki yhden mallin rankkarista ja toiset teki hyökkääjä selän kautta. Että tietysti tuuri pitää ansaita ja rankkarikin pitää ansaita, mutta noin niin kuin pelillisesti niin klubi 04 oli ihan kohtuullisen piirteä mun mielestä siinä pelissä.
Joo, se rankkari oli ihan selvä, mutta niin mun mielestä se oli jotenkin kömpelösti pelattu siltä puolustajalta, että ihan turhaa se noin meni siihen.
Joo, kyllä, just näin. Että siitä niin vasten peilaten, niin en mä usko, että Jaro mitään helppoa vastustaja huomenna klubin olennoista saa.
Joo,
mutta se on hyvä, kun tää tulee nyt tähän jakso sitten ulos tuon pelin jälkeen. No, tää on hauskoja ennakoida.
Joo, mä itse asiassa tuossa naureskelenkin, että tässä viimeksi kun ennakoitiin tuota ykköstä todettiin, että emme kauhean hyvin näitä ikinä osata veikata, niin tuli vaan mieleen, että silloin kun Juuso Aalto oli täällä studiossa, niin puhuttiin esimerkiksi jääkiekossa, että Rauman Lukon mestaruudessa taisi olla niin, että Jaska totesi, että ei missään nimessä tule tapahtumaan. Niin tämä oli varmaan ensimmäinen, mikä voidaan sitten poimia.
Sen takia mun piti lähteä yleisherroiden karkuun. Mä oon ollut täysin uutispimennossa täällä. Kun noita poroja katselee tuolla pihalla, niin pysyy täysin uutispimennossa siitä, että mitä tuolla Etelä-Suomessa tapahtuu. Siellä on tapahtunut kuulemma kauheita asioita.
Jotakin siellä on ainakin tapahtunut. Hei, oltaisiko me suurin piirtein purettu toi edellinen peli ja vähän mietitty huomista. Katsotaan, että milloin saadaan tämä pihalle, mutta kohta meillä on Macauley Chrisantus. Katsotaan, että minkälainen kalamies hän on, kun lyödään tuo sysimusta rapakanali tuohon eteen, että minkälaista kalatarinaa sieltä löytyy.
Kyllä. Minkä jatkakaa te Crisantusin kanssa ja mä tosiaan niin jatkan porolle puhumista täällä.
Tehdään näin. Kiitoksia Jaska, kun olit mukana.
Kiitos.
Kiitos.
Tällä viikolla siis Rapakanalin varrelta podcastin vieraana on Jaron hyökkääjä Macauley Chrisantus. So welcome to our show, Mackie.
Thank you.
Yes.
And it's a privilege to be here.
Yeah, so how are you doing?
Well, I'm doing good, as you can see, and yeah, really doing good.
Yeah, so how would you introduce yourself to our listeners? I guess most people don't know that much about you.
Yeah, I would say my name is Macauley Chrisantus, and I was born and raised in Nigeria. So, and also I'm a professional football player. Won a couple of trophy from the African Cup of the Youth African Cup to the Youth World Cup, and also came third in the 2009 under 20. So and then because of a little injury, I couldn't go to the World Cup in 2009 in Egypt. So I left Nigeria to play my trade in Germany. So I started my professional career in Germany.
Yeah. So you moved to Germany, was it 2000?
2007.
2007. So you were just 17.
Yeah,
then.
I was 17, going to 18 when I went there. Because actually, I was supposed to be in Germany a year earlier, but they couldn't get into agreement because at first it was a Bayern Munich with the youth team. So, and the guys involved and all the agents, they couldn't make the deal materialize, and then I end up joining Hamburg a year later.
Oh, okay. So.
How was it to move so far away from home at that age?
Well, I would say at the beginning it's a bit tough, but when you get used to it as a new culture and everything, because I would say my first 1 month it's tough because the language and the weather, because I've never been outside 17-18 degrees, and then you just left one day and come to -5. So it's at the beginning it's a bit tough, but I try to adapt, and the people there, there's a man called Marinos, so he helped me also, and I adapt quickly, and also I had a German teacher who helped me so that I can communicate with my colleagues and settle in quickly.
So you speak German? Or?
Yeah, I speak German.
Yeah. So you, by the way, in Hamburg, you played with a former Jaro player. Do you know who?
No. Who?
Tilman Grove.
What year was he there?
2008 or 2009. You played a few games in the reserve teams. Yeah.
With him?
Yeah.
No. And maybe I forget because at this time I was very young,
Yeah.
and I was in between the second team and the first team, and so I don't know, because now I only know a few of my colleagues, just few who were close, and so, but I forgot. If you ask me to call a few names, maybe only 3 guys I remember. Because these are the people I know a lot, and most of the time I train with the first team, so I only go to the second team to play game. And the coach, because he brought me all the way from Nigeria to Hamburg. So when I signed my full professional contract, he left for PSV.
Okay.
And he wanted me to come with him, but Hamburg said no. So I had to stay. And then comes Martin Yo.
Yeah, so how did you start playing football?
Well, basically I would say 80% of we African guys, we start from the street. Because there, our parents they wanted us to be in school, because they believe their kids need to be more educated and be a graduate and all this stuff, so that they can like my mother. She wanted me to be a doctor as a kid, because this is a dream for me. But God has another plans for me, so I did everything I could, but I end up always finding myself in the pitch of football, because I always left home at 7 a.m. in the morning to go to school, and we finished the school 1:50. So from there I just pass to football field and I come back home 5 p.m. and all this. So this is where I developed the passion for football, and I try to combine everything, both school and football, because sometimes you could miss some section and you also can miss some football, because I know when I was the year before I got into the national team, I had a big opportunity, to leave the country, but my parents said no, I had to stay and study. So, but like I said, God has a good plan, so it's why I end up playing football.
I thought that you were saying that you end up in Jakobstad.
No, it's football. It's a journey, and sometimes like what I believe in. It's wherever you find yourself, it's destiny that brought you there, and there are certain things you can't change. You just have to go with it. Be happy with wherever you are, and then you do what you can, and we don't know what happens tomorrow.
Yeah.
So it's football. Yesterday I was like this, playing the Champions League, and today I'm playing in Yacom. So the life is like this,
Yeah.
But I'm still like contented, like happy.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what happens tomorrow, but right now I need to enjoy this moment and then prepare for tomorrow.
Yes. So how would you describe yourself as a player?
Well, I would say that I'm just like any other player who loves to work, because there's certain things I can do in the pitch of play. I don't practice them. They just come naturally. And there's some that I try to practice, but I can't do it. So I think I'm just like any other player. I wouldn't say I'm this or that, but I'm just me.
Yes.
Because I love being me.
Yes. As you told us already, you won the under 17 years old World Cup.
Yeah.
What kind of memories you have from that tournament?
Well, I said I have a lot of great memories, because it's they said it's a journey to a stardom, because I would say my life changed from this moment, because the very first day I stepped into the camp as a 16-year-old boy, we're up to I think 500 guys, and they just need 30 people. Yeah. So I would say my first training gave me the edge. I wouldn't say that I'm better than the other guys, but just the first training gave me the edge in the other guys, and the coach happened to pick me. And in the first qualifying games, I didn't give him what he saw during the other games, and there was a lot of critics, in the media that you rated this guy high and this stuff like that. And then he said to them, okay, no problem, he knows the player, and them, they just only see him for one game, they can't judge him. So and then it's where everything began, and then from there on I gave him the cup, gave him everything, because he believes in me, and when he put in his trust in me, I always go beyond what I can, because like I would say somebody like me, I don't know what's my limit. I don't have a limit. I can just keep going, as long as there's a breath in me, I keep going.
Yeah, it must have been like a dream come true to win the World Cup.
Yeah, it's every player's dream, you know, because there's a lot of good guys, but in our first game in the World Cup was against the French team, and you have guys who are playing in the second team of PSG, Lyon, and all this stuff, and we were just there in Africa playing street football, you know, and but the luck we camp almost a year, so it's like we've been together for a very long time, you know. And the one thing I could remember what the late coach said was, it's maybe this guy is better than you in technique, you know, but I believe you guys can run them down. So sometimes if somebody is better than us, we use the strength and we just keep running. And most defenders don't like when you run with them, because sometimes they just say, okay, you run too much, you can go. So this is what I remember what the coach said was, he just said, keep running, and we run and everybody is just moving.
Then you spent quite many years in Germany and also in Spain. How would you describe the differences in football between those countries?
I would say in Germany it's very physical, you know, compared to Spain. But when I was in Germany, it was more physical, and if I get to know a defender is more physical than me, I just try to run. Because when we go in contact 50-50, I know he's gonna win the duel, you know, but if he's stronger than me, then I try to be faster than him. So in Spain, when I arrived in Spain, I was in pre-season in Hamburg. So I was supposed to go with them to South Korea for the pre-season. And then Las Palmas, they made the offer, and I had a big conversation with the coach, Dustin Fink. I don't know if you know him.
Yeah, former player.
Yeah, he said to me, okay, it's up to me, you know. If I stay in Hamburg, they could renew my contract, you know, like give me 2 years more, but I'll be his second choice. And then in Las Palmas, the president called and said they have these ambitions, you know, they want to go back to La Liga. So I weigh the options, and then I go to Spain. So with the pre-season I had in Germany, when I arrived in Spain, then I applied this physical with my technique, because in Spain they don't like physical, they believe in technique. So the coach tried to benefit from my physical aspect, and then with my technique. So when I arrived there, we were like one of the best teams the 2 years I was there, because a lot of times, you know, he never plays me as the first striker, so he plays me second striker or left wing or right wing, and we benefit a lot from this. And the worst experience, it's the day I lost the final against Cordoba, because we're winning 1-0 and we're 92 minutes, you know. So the fans came in because they started celebrating, but we tried to push them out, so that because we believe it's just 60 seconds, so in 60 seconds they can do nothing, and we tried to chase them out, but at long last they scored us and This was I was experiencing football. So, but like I said, it's a game, you know. It's football. When you have the white side, you're okay. When you have the black side, then you try to walk.
So do you speak even Spanish?
Yeah, I speak Spanish because I was on and off. So when I go out, I always go back to Spain.
Yeah.
So basically, I understand a lot of languages, you know, but the one I can speak so good, it's Dutch, Spanish, English, and my mother tongue. No, Finnish is just I'm learning some from the guys in the dressing room, so they're good teachers.
What is your mother tongue?
My mother tongue, it's she's from the north, so we speak Hausa.
Okay.
Yeah, we speak Hausa, and then but I could speak the three major language in Nigeria because I've been around, you know.
Yeah.
So I could speak it, but my own mother tongue is Hausa because I'm from the north.
Okay.
So it's like when you're from the north, we all speak Hausa, but we got our own local dialect. So this I know we have 521 languages apart from the three languages. So it's a lot of languages in Nigeria.
But like English is like
English,
unofficial language.
English it's our official language, you know.
Okay.
Because our colonies are English.
Yeah.
Because England colonized my country, so our language is English. We adapt English because of the colonies, but we also got our own three major languages. So right now the three major languages are Hausa, Igbo, and Yoruba, which comprises from the north, east, west, and then south. It's a combination of the three languages. So those in the south, they can speak. You can have people who speak the three languages.
Yeah.
So this is how it is. But if you say our first language, they will tell you it's English. But right now in the country, you can find few people who don't even speak English, but they could speak the other languages. So it's why when if you said my mother tongue, I'll just tell you it's Hausa, because I know a lot of people don't speak English. But Hausa, you can learn this from home, you know, just like how they say the child first education begins at home. So this we get from home.
Yeah. Okay.
So you have played also in Greece and Turkey, and football can be quite chaotic there. Do you have any funny memories?
I would say the only place I have a funny memory about football, I would say it's Greece, because this like the highest number of cards I've played in football, it's around 110,000 people. But in Greece, when we have this derby between AEK Athens and Olympiacos, we have up to 70,000. So, and these guys are crazy, you know, because they're like, I don't know how to describe them, but you know this green bee, the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
So we got few guys like this. They don't have a neck. They're so built, but they're crazy, you know, because these two teams, it's a tug of war, and the fans, they don't like each other. So in this, they're always gonna have a problem after the game. So it's crazy. And also Turkey, it's a bit crazy, but there is when a player is having an issue with like the club, you know. This is the bad thing about Turkish football, because sometimes they can just try to frustrate him, you know, to frustrate him, and then he end up signing a document to leave all this stuff. Because I know few guys that did this to them, and this is very bad, you know, because sometimes they bring a player and maybe he didn't adapt on time, then they just try to frustrate him. So this is the bad thing about Turkish football. But aside that, they're good people, because everywhere I've been to, there's always a good people around. So I've not met somebody I could say this is bad or something, because everybody I meet everywhere I've been to, they're good people. So, but I can only speak from my friend's experience in Turkish football, because when you say the chaotic things I've seen, so it's this, and I've seen him training alone quite a few times, you know. And also Greece has this too, because they did to a player in our team. So it's like they just wanted him to take what they offer him so that he can go. So it's this, I think, what I've seen.
You mentioned those big derbies in Greece, and it was crazy. Like, was it ever like scary? Was it so crazy?
Well, it's the only scary thing. It's the guys hurting themselves, but the benefit, that's the good thing in this derby, is like every player it's at the top of their game, because if this team lost, it's gonna be a lot of talks and everything, and we usually meet each other in the city, you know. Like me, I don't like if I lose a game to see my opponent the next day, because it's an insult, you know, because it's gonna look like, okay, yesterday we beat you guys. So it's this, because the derbies, I don't think I ever lost a derby, if I can remember correctly, but I think I always win derbies.
That sounds promising. Because we have a lot of derbies.
Maybe not. I always come at the top of every derby. So, and sometimes it could be a draw, you know, but most of the derbies I've been to, I always come out on top. And I think the only derby I lost that I could remember was in Frankfurt, you know, because these two teams, they played against each other maybe after 70 years or more in the Frankfurt. So this is the only time I lost a derby I could remember, because it was crazy in the stadium, and there's so much people, you know, because the crowd, you know, the Olympic Stadium in Frankfurt, so it's this stadium, it's always full, and I love to play with crowd.
Then you have played in Saudi Arabia and Iran as well.
Yeah.
How was the football in those countries?
How would I describe football everywhere? It's I would say it's good, but in those regions, there's something behind it, like politics. I would say it's a politics. Though I'm not a politician, but because in those regions, the team with much money always end up being the better team. because the referee could officiate bad and sometimes it could officiate good. But in those regions, it's the more money you have, the better you are. So that's what they have in those regions. But in terms of football, only few who can play football, because 80% of the team it's built around the foreigners, because if they brought you in as a foreigner, they want you to always be the best.
Okay.
If you're not the best, they get angry. So every foreigner in those regions always need to be the best in every game. And you could play 100 games, 99 you're perfectly, and just the 100 there's a mistake, they're gonna hate you for it. So
how was the life in Saudi Arabia and Iran? Did you like it?
I would say in Iran most of the time it's we're always out in Dubai, because actually they brought me there for their Asia Champions League, because they tried to see if they can move to the final, because in the country they're the only team left in the quarterfinals. So when the coach was somebody who knows me when I was in Hamburg, so he called me and we talked, and then he tells me it's a plan that his target he wants to see how he can build a team, to help him get to the last stage. But it's unfortunate we lost against Elite had Saudi team, and those teams end up playing the semi-final, and they lost against the Al Ali, and Al Ali end up winning the Champions League. So it's just, I think, 2 games, because the mistake was the first game in our home. We played in Dubai. So this is the mistake, because we lost 1-2, and then the second leg was just a mere games and all this. But the lifestyle in Iran, they're, like I said, they're really good people, because the city I was, it's more like a tourist city, because there's a lot of foreigners there. And in the building we have there's a Nigeria, there's a Brazilian, and then there's a Croatia, and then Bosnia. So in this is the building, and my physical coach is from Brazil, and the goalkeeper coach is Brazil. So they said sometimes it's the people there, they know how when you're outside you think they are, but they're really nice people. And they have it's an Islamic country, but they also have Christians, because next to where I live they have a big church, and from there I think it's a few hours to Armenia.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're close, because they're Persians, and they're people with good heart, because they love the foreigners. If you're a foreigner, they believe when you show them you're good, they believe every foreigner is good. So this is how they are, because even though they have their supreme leader, what I would say it's more like a dictatorship or something, but the people there, they're good people. So I don't have any bad experience there, just good ones.
What about Saudi Arabia?
Oh, Saudi, it's more like I would say our normal routine, our daily routine. I would say this. It's you woke up in the morning at 10, then you go to the gym to work out, and then at 6 in the evening you train, and then back to the hotel. And sometimes we go to the mall, the city mall, just to drink, to have a coffee or something. But
Basically,
aside that, nothing.
no life.
No life.
Okay.
But there's some guys, a lot of people are having life. They have everything. Everything in the Western world exists in this country. But you just need to be in, because mostly, like, I would say this hotel is like a place of the players, So if you're not a player, you can't come in.
Okay.
Yeah. So only the players can go in, and everything there's a camera. So I would say their lifestyle is different from other places.
You have played and lived in many countries and many different countries as it's whole. It seems that you don't have any problems with adapting to new places. Or do you?
Well, I would say actually I don't. I wouldn't say I have a problem with new places, because like how I was raised to adapt quickly, because even as a boy, I spent most of my time with my grandmother. So it even get to a stage I thought my grandmother was my mother, Yeah, because I stayed with her for some time, and at this time I'm like very young, maybe 2-3 years or so, according to how she explained to me, And there's always something in our room. Whenever I'm hungry, there's always food there, And as a child, they said you think like a child. So it's more like everything I need, I can find in our room. So even when I came to the city, to my parents, I still have this in my head, like, okay, maybe this is my auntie or so, My mother, she's actually from the other side. But at long last, I get to know she is my grandmother, and this, I love her for this, because she made me the man I am, because basically I was raised by a woman, which is my mother, because my dad is a military, so, and the military, they never have time for the kids, so I learn a lot from my mother, and I would say this also helps me a lot in times of my lifestyle and everything.
What do you think about the Nigerian football at the moment? How do you think it's like that?
Well, I would say the Nigeria is off and on, because right now we got few young guys who are doing well, and we have guys who are doing really, really good, But I wouldn't say when it gets to the national team, it's gonna be the same. No, it's gonna be different, because in the national team, in the camp of the national team in Nigeria, there's a lot of things going on there. Even you, outsider, you don't know, So this also affect the players, because when they get, like, most of them, they could be doing well in their club side, And when they get back to the national team, you see they perform low, So there's a lot of criteria there. But Nigerian football right now, we just need to get the guys doing good at the moment and then try to groom them together. And then they can benefit from it. Because if you look in the top 5 leagues, you can find the Nigerians there. And also, if you look outside the 5 top leagues, you can find also Nigerians. They're doing really good, So now the only problem is how to groom them together and then benefit from them. Because in order to get the best from everybody, you need to let them see it as a competition, like it's like, okay, you're in English league, you're doing good, but when you come here, you need to fight, But we all know every coach has his choice and his preference, but you don't need to show them. You just let them fight for it, and then you get the best. Because if you select in this aspect, you always get the best from everybody. Because if I'm in the pitch playing, I will have in my head, okay, maybe I need to be 200%, because it could be maybe the coach will say, okay, I changed this guy, and then somebody come in 5 minutes later, he can do what you didn't do for those times, and this can switch. So whenever they're in the pitch, just make it a big competition, and then you get the best from everyone. Because when you feel a fire behind your back, you know what awaits you behind you. So you just have to keep going. So Nigerian football, they're gonna get back to the best, but I can't really say when or how, but I believe with the right manager and the right guys, we could do something.
Now you are in Jaron and in Jakobstad. You have been here for a while already. So what is your first impression about the club and the town?
Well, I would say everything has been going well. Going good, and the town, it's a little town, and it's a good town. I would say that if you ask me to describe Jakobstad, I would say it's a town of football, because you have a little things to do. So the only thing you can do more, it's football. You can enjoy football, and when you're not out there playing football, maybe you could be spending your time in the gym. Because there's not a lot to do here. So it's this, and one needs to benefit from it, because everything around you need to benefit from it. So I would say it's this.
So you said that there's not that much to do here outside football, but what do you do in your spare time?
In my spare time, I go to the gym. In is it fitness or something? Yeah. Sometimes I go there, and then when I'm done with the gym, stay home, I watch series, and sometimes I watch football, and then take my bike and ride and drive around the city. So I try to take a look at the city, but someone advised me with 30 minutes, everywhere in the city.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Do you spend time with any of your teammates?
Yes, I would say I hang around with a few times with Sotelo, Toro, because we live in the same block. So we hang around a few times, and then sometimes down here I drink coffee with the guys when they want to. But in the dressing room, I'm always with everyone because we're family,
Yeah.
So try to benefit from it also.
Yeah, so now when we are recording this, it's Wednesday and tomorrow you are playing your first home game. What kind of game do you expect?
Well, I would say in tomorrow's game we don't expect nothing short than victory, because they say it's football, anything can happen, but if we do everything right, I'm sure we're gonna come out with a big margin, because we learned from our previous game, we learned our mistake, and then now we try to apply everything we could in the game. So I would say it's a game, like how we always said in Africa, it's everything. It's a step at a time. So now I'm just here having a chat with you guys, and then tomorrow it's gonna be a different person in the pitch, because once we're done here, today's done and it's gone, and then the focus start immediately. So no team is a small team, because I respect every opponent, even they're bad. I respect them, because it's not easy to compete. So I respect the opponent, and whatever happens tomorrow, I believe we're coming out on top.
So what was the most important thing you learned from the first game as a team?
Well, the most important thing I would say I'm gonna speak for myself, because I can't speak for others. I don't know what they learn, but I think what I learned I think I need to be a bit more hungry and try to win everything possible, because everything from the edge of the box to the post, I just need to win everything there. And then the important one is just put the ball at the back of the net.
Yeah.
So this is what I lack in the last game, but hopefully, and God willing, tomorrow will be a different day, and then a few balls gonna be in the net. So because like for me, it doesn't matter if I scored or assist, but the most important thing is the 3 points for the team, and fight until I don't know when, because there's this saying I always have in my head, they said from this movie Al Pacino, any given Sunday, they said in any fight, the guy who is willing to die always come out. So when we go out there tomorrow, it's gonna be something different.
Is there any player in the team now who has made a great impact on you?
Well, I would say everybody, from the technical staff to the team leader, which is a VP, So I think everybody has contributed good so far.
How much did it pay to you?
VP?
How much did he pay for you?
VP is how can I say? Is this? It's a guy. He helps me in a couple of times, and sometimes when I needed something or things I don't understand, which is in Finnish, because when you see something in Finnish you don't understand, I just go to VP, and he helps a lot, So he's He's a good guy, and also he let us enjoy coffee in the dressing room. So this is also important.
Let's say that you would invite your teammates to a Nigerian dinner. What would you serve to them?
Well, I will give them fufu. You know, it's like this special African food.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's heavy. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, this we don't eat a day before the game because it makes you heavy. But anyway, I don't know how to prepare it, but I can call my mother and then she will show me how, and then I make it for these guys. That's if I want to kill them in the following day in the training. So I just give each one of them.
Yeah.
And when they eat this, they can run. Then I need to kill them the following day.
So what kind of a food is it?
It's like you know this there's this root, this big root called cassava. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So it's extract from this, you know, because you peel it and then it's green, you know. They extract the water in it and then spread it, and then it becomes white. And when you need to mix it, and then it becomes hard. So with this and some African sauce, it's the best. Every African loves this. Yeah, I would say every black man, you know, because it's everywhere. Even in Helsinki, you can find this because I remember when I'm in Helsinki, we always eat this with the guys. So, but in Jakobstad, I doubt if I can find this. Because, you know, Jakobstad is a big city, so I don't
find the places.
Yeah.
Okay. I have to Google that. Must say I don't know what it is, so I have to.
Really, it's good, huh? Really good. No, it's good, special for Africans.
Yeah.
A few years back, we had a Kenyan player here. And he always was speaking about ugali, which I guess is some kind of a Kenyan food, but he never cooked me that. He was always talking about it, never cooked.
Yeah, because a lot of us don't know how to do it, you know? Yeah. Because like me now, I can't, when you give to me, I can prepare it, but it won't be as good as how the others, you know? Yeah. Because it's something you need to learn. So this I learn, but there's a time I lose interest in it because my nutritionist, you know, said to me, it's good to eat this food once a while, you know, but not all the time because your body fat. Because like me, I asked him, where can I find the fat in my body, you know? Because when I look myself in the mirror, I don't see nothing. But when I go to him, he said, yeah, your body fat, you know? And then he said, maybe it's from this. So, and then he said, okay. He tried to plan a diet for me and all this because sometimes you need to take good care of your body if you want to enjoy yourself. So I think I really enjoyed from this guy, and it made me lose interest in fufu because I don't remember the last time I ate something like this. Yeah, it's been a while. And even I'm in Africa in holidays, my mother don't prepare that a lot. Maybe she only do it like if I'm having a day or two to go back, then she can just do this. But if I'm there, she just try to prepare something light, you know, because during the holidays, it's when we try to train more, because when you're in vacation, you add a few pounds, you know, and if you're not training and when you come back, you can hurt yourself the first week. So it's why whenever I'm in vacation, I try to enjoy, you know, because I have time for everything. But we start in Africa, we start to train at 6 in the morning. So 8 o'clock, you're back home like nothing happened, then you can continue the rest of the day.
You mentioned already that you've been to Helsinki, so you played in HJK in 3 years ago, 2-3 years ago, right?
I was in HJK July 2018, yeah, if I remember correctly, because I came in and then 4 days later we were in this Champions League qualifier game in Belarus.
Yeah.
Yes. So actually this was my first game in HJK in Belarus, and the game ended 0. But in Helsinki we lost.
Yeah, I remember those games actually. Yeah.
So it was really a good experience there.
Yeah.
But wouldn't say much. Came in, won the Vikos Liga, so it's a good experience. And the last time I was in Finland, I left as a champion. Hopefully, it's gonna be the same.
Yeah.
Because it's good, you know, because when I left in HJK as a champion, so I'm gonna try to repeat the same in so it will be perfect if I end of the season I'm champion.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this will be good.
I believe we are almost finished. But who do you think we should take as our next guest from the team? And please do not say Peppe.
Well, I don't know. It's you have the names of the guys remaining, or it's just you pick everybody time after time.
I believe we have got every so-called new signings.
Yeah. So now you need the old guys.
Yeah.
Let me think. Well, there's a lot of guys, you know. So maybe we just throw a coin and whoever throw, and then you pick it. But I would go for Patrick, you know, Baker, or what is his name, Pato. Yeah.
He actually was.
We had it.
You had it?
Yeah.
Pato was here.
Yeah.
And Gulbis.
Yeah. All the new
Tyler
guys.
too.
Yeah, all the new guys. Yeah.
Okay. What about American?
All the new guys have been
How
here.
comes American guy came before me? I was here before him.
Yeah. We saved the last, the best ones.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Yeah.
also kind, so nice of you.
Yeah.
Well, I would say the better you take Yoki. Yeah, Johan, no? Johan Brunel or something.
Yes.
This guy, I think.
Yeah. By the way, who do you think is the best player you have played with or played against?
Well, I've played with a lot of great players, but I would say the best is I would say let me start by the one I played with, not against, because I could remember my pre-season in Dubai, Hamburg against AC Milan. Of course, everybody knows Ronaldinho, you know. Yeah, but he's in another level, this guy, you know. But I would say the best it's Juan Carlos Valleron.
Oh,
we
in
played.
Spain.
Yeah,
he was good.
It's my crime partner.
Yeah.
Because with this guy in I think in around 10 games I got 8 goals and 7 assists from him, you know. So I got 8 goals and then 3 assists, 10 games when I played with him in Hamburg and in Las Palmas. So I would say that him. And also there's another good guy, Van der Vaart. But this time I was young.
Yeah.
So I was a young guy. But I would pick Valeron because this guy, he's when I play with him, he's around 38, you know. But he made like the football. I don't know how to describe this feeling, you know. But when he's in the pitch, the only thing I need to do is just to run. Whenever I run, I get the ball, and it's I don't know how to describe this guy, you know. But if they said I should put as a classify every player, I'll put him top there because it makes the game easy for his fellow player, and also he control the pace. He detect the pace. He knows when to play 1-2, and he knows when to make everybody count. So this is something I learned from him because he helps me a lot develop my game, you know. So it helped me to detect when I need to go fast or when I need to relax myself. So I'll pick Juan Carlos Valero.
Okay. Yeah, I
I'll
remember
pick him
him.
ahead of Van der Vaart because Van der Vaart is in football. I would say he's also a mini. I don't know what to call him, but he's this left footer who only uses right foot in the box, but outside the box he never. And he's one of the best too because I played with him when we went for the Emirates Cup and also in Hamburg and all this. So I would say this guy is really good. So I'll pick this guy.
What do you think you will be doing after your playing career?
Well, I think like I said earlier on, I don't know what tomorrow brings, you know, but I have some few plans after football because my country is developing, and then basically 80% of the football players will go into estate. So you just need to acquire as many property as you can while you're still playing, and then try to develop them. And then with a little luck, it brings you a lot of fortunes. So right now, I wouldn't say I'm gonna go into this fully or I'm gonna be this, you know. Right now, I just try to enjoy what I'm doing, enjoying football and enjoying other things. So maybe when I stop playing football, I could go into a lot of things. But
you think you will return to Nigeria after your career?
I wouldn't say that I'm gonna return to Nigeria after this because I'm gonna be between Africa and Europe because I also got family in France, so I'm gonna be from France, Nigeria, France, or Spain. So we never know. So it's this. I wouldn't say I'm gonna return back to Nigeria. I'm only gonna visit it because my mother, she's my first love. So I need to see her, spend time with her because since when I left, as a 17-year-old boy, we've not really spent so much time together. And these are one of the beautiful things one needs in their life. You know, you need to enjoy with your loved ones as best as you could while they're still around. Because with what's happening in the world, you never know. Because when I lost my grandmother 2 years ago, I didn't get to say goodbye, you know, and it still hurt me till tomorrow. And the best I could do is just to make sure she has a smooth journey on the other side. So I don't want this mistake anymore. So I need to enjoy every opportunity I have with my parents while they're still here.
Yeah, I think we are done with our interview.
Yeah, thanks a lot for coming as our guest.
Yeah.
It was nice to talk with you.
Yeah, it was really nice to have you here. And
no, it was a good chat, you know, because we have a good conversation and all this and stuff like that. So I just hope tomorrow we could end it with 3 points. It will be a perfect week for everyone, you know. So the most important thing is tomorrow. What happens tomorrow? We go home with a 3 point.
Yes. Yeah, thank you and good luck.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
And don't forget, you need to Google fufu and then.
I did actually already.
You found it?
Yeah.